Sam Hartman has committed to the Notre Dame Fighting Irish, and this is somewhat expected. Pete Thamel of ESPN released a report as soon as Sam Hartman announced his intentions to transfer that Notre Dame was the potential landing spot for him. But still, this is a big deal, y'all. Like, for have it to be, a potential landing spot to now being a reality, I think this is a very big deal. Will send ripple effects across the college football landscape in 2023 for reasons I'm going to explain. But they're getting a baller in Sam Hartman, a guy with tons of starting experience, 110 touchdowns passing, just like 40 yards short of 13,000 career passing yards. He's been there and done that. So you're getting a guy that can help you today, Junior, in Notre Dame, and you're getting a guy who is not going to be shaken by any big moment. Like, he's seen it all, okay? He's not going to walk into that first game under center in South Bend and say, oh my gosh, this is a big moment. No, he's been there. He's played against the Clemsons. He's played against the other big-time programs, and now he's going to have a chance to do some really good things at Notre Dame. And Notre Dame has a chance to do some really good things, as we're going to get into here in just a minute. But for Sam Hartman, the report was he was looking for a situation that would allow him to potentially help his draft stock. I would imagine NIL was probably a factor as well. So Notre Dame, in that way, has it teed up to where if this works, you can sell it to other transfer portal quarterbacks in the future. You can sell it to other high school recruits at quarterback in the future and say, Sam Hartman came here and played in this offense under Tommy Rees, and look at him now. And say whatever, he was a top 5, top 3 round draft pick. It's a big deal. So it's a high impact piece for the future of Notre Dame at the quarterback position. But it changes Notre Dame drastically in 2023. Don't believe me? Just watch. They threw for around 200 yards a game last season to Notre Dame, which isn't horrible, but it's really not that great. It's not a great recipe for success consistently. What they did effectively last year was allowed those big human beings up front to move the other big human beings against their will consistently. And that's great. But just imagine you sprinkle in a quarterback that can really sling it around the yard. Or imagine you sprinkle in a quarterback that's thrown 110 touchdowns during his career. That's a high-impact player. You go from winning 8 games, throwing for around 200 yards. Let's say you up that number to even like 270, 300. How differently are we talking about Notre Dame if they have a quarterback that can do that for them? Well, they got it now in Sam Hartman. And I'll just say this. I think that Notre Dame is very much so going to be a New Year's Six Bowl contender. The playoff, I think, still has to have some other things fall into place. Notre Dame not playing in a conference could be something we talk about later next year. But I'm just saying, you add in Sam Hartman, you are immediately more competitive, and you were already a pretty good football team. For Marcus Freeman to get his guy in Sam Hartman, I think they're going to be really, really dangerous next season. If you haven't yet subscribed, now's the time. Transfer portal season. It's turning up the heat, evidently. We got you covered for all of it. We're live on Tuesdays. We're live on Thursdays, 1 Central, 2 Eastern. Don't want you to miss anything, so make sure you got the bell. Make sure you're subbed. We have a good time on this channel. We have a good time on this show with a hard count. So make sure you're locked in. Also follow me on the social channels at JD Piquel on Twitter and on Instagram. This is also something now that could be a catalyst in this second transfer portal wave. Because guys are going to go play spring football and find out they didn't win the job at X position, and maybe it's I didn't feel like I was utilized enough in this offense, and spring ball didn't change it. Like, there's a myriad of scenarios that are going to cause different big-time players to say thank you, but no thank you to their current program and jump into the portal. Well, if I'm a receiver, if I'm a running back, heck, maybe if I'm an offensive lineman even, I don't know if Notre Dame really needs too many more offensive linemen, but you hear what I'm saying. If you play on the offensive side of the football, you now view Notre Dame much more as a destination because you got a guy back there who's experienced, who's shown he likes to spread the football around, and he can get it to you. And if I'm a receiver jumping in the transfer portal, likely I'm looking for a place where I can have more production, probably win some more games, and definitely help my NFL draft stock. And having Sam Hartman back there dealing, it's pretty enticing to me. So this is a big domino in the sense that they're going to now add more talent because people are going to want to come and play with Sam Hartman. Keep an eye on that. So at the end of the day, here's the reality for Marcus Freeman. Year one, I think a lot of people are going to give him a pass. Never been a head coach before. had 8 regular season wins, did Notre Dame this year. It's not great, but I think a lot of people will give him a pass. Starting quarterback went down game 1, really tried to figure it out with a backup quarterback who wasn't bad by any stretch of the imagination. You beat Clemson, that's great. Lost to Marshall, don't love that. So the verdict, I think, is very much so still out. And year 1, I think people are saying, okay, we want to see more. You add a guy like Sam Hartman, you add a quarterback who, in my opinion, is one of the best in the country, and the statistics back that up. Now the expectations are going to go up. Now they're saying, Marcus Freeman, the excuse of we don't have the right guy at quarterback is no longer on the table. What can you do now? You won 8 games with a backup quarterback. No knock on Drew Pine. You threw for 200 yards a game. Now what can you do with an elite guy at quarterback? And the expectations, in my mind, are going to be 10 wins at least. You won 8 in your first year. What can you do for an encore? Because Notre Dame's got the talent. They've got pieces on defense. Marcus Freeman's a defensive guy. They're going to be in position to succeed over there. They've got big guys up front. They've got some skill players. I think they're going to add more. You add Sam Hartman, expectations continue to go through the roof over there. They expect a lot of Notre Dame, but now that you have the quarterback in your program, the guy that you expect to lead you forward and do some really exciting things, they want to see that now. Because you don't get Sam Hartman for a couple of years. You got 1 year to cash in. Cash in terms of wins, cash in terms of selling this model to future recruits, cash in terms of selling this model to future transfer portal players. This is the year. So the stakes go up, but hey, no pressure, no diamonds. Excited to watch it go down for Marcus Freeman and excited for Sam Hartman as he is going to be a part of the Notre Dame football program next year. Should be a whole lot of fun. This has been The Hard Count. Nick, break, lift, and heavy, man. This is y'all's show. Cannot stress it enough. Make sure you're subscribed. Make sure you're locked in with us. The games, you know, it is what it is. But we got you covered all year round, okay? Love y'all. We appreciate y'all. We're going to keep the party rolling, and we will see y'all next time. Hey, y'all. Thanks so much for watching. Subscribe to the channel here to make sure you don't miss an episode of The Hard Count. Also, be sure to check out other videos on the On3 YouTube channel.